All right, welcome back to Real Simple Real Estate. I'm Tracee Mora.
And I'm Becerra, and today we have our friends back from Golden Eagle Mortgage, Lisa Cazares and Colin Parker.
Today we're going to touch base on overcoming obstacles for lending. And one of the reasons why a lot of people are nervous to come back to purchase a house is because we recently had a recession. And in that recession, people bankruptcied, people went into foreclosure. It's not something to be ashamed of. That was just the nature back then. So we're going to touch bases on some questions that people have about coming back from that and getting back into the housing market.
Great. So our first question is, what can someone do if they have had a bankruptcy?
So if they've had a bankruptcy, there are still lots of programs out there for you. So don't feel like you can't get back into the market, because you can. Every product has a different timeline on when you can purchase again, but there are definitely options for you if you've had a bankruptcy in the past. And it doesn't hurt to meet with us anyway, because then we can lay it out to you and let you know what the timelines are and what program fits best for you.
And to Lisa's point, there are differences in terms of timelines between a Chapter 13 and a Chapter 7, so it's important to know that as well.
Yeah, so definitely talk to a loan consultant if you're thinking about buying and you've had that bankruptcy in your past. They can answer your questions and help you buy that next house.
Definitely. And speaking of buying that next house, foreclosures. What if somebody had a foreclosure 3-4 years ago?
So similar to what Lisa just described, there are programs, and each one's different in terms of the timeline since that instance in which they can obtain a new loan. So if you said 4 years, for example, that would work with a couple programs, but not all. It's just important that we assess the individual's situation and then find the right loan product that will work for them.
Okay. So what about people that got caught up in the '07 housing crisis and might have had a short sale or a foreclosure about 10 years ago? What are their options?
There's lots of options for them at this point. Yeah, most of the programs, they would definitely be able to get there wouldn't be any restrictions in regards to their foreclosure or short sale if it was 10 years ago.
Okay,
So basically you guys just need to go see them and see what your specific situation is, and they'll guide you in the right direction.
Right.
So unfortunately, since we're talking about overcoming obstacles, another obstacle would be divorce. So let's say someone is mid-divorce and they're trying to buy.
Mid-divorce is kind of a difficult situation, but as long as the other party, or I don't know what to call it at this time, but as long as the other person is agreeing to them purchasing a home, then they can definitely move forward and do that. If they are already divorced, then we would, there are options for you. It doesn't mean because you're going through a divorce or you've had a divorce, it does not mean that you cannot purchase the home.
Right. What about if someone just got a new job? How long would they have to be in that job in order to qualify for a loan?
So generally, lenders, or bank investors who buy loans like to see employment of about 2 years. Now, that's not to say you have to be at the same company for 2 years. There are plenty of union workers who are, let's say, a pipe fitter who will work on one job with one company, then they'll get placed on another job with another company. So they're in the same industry, the same job sector, not the same company. That's absolutely okay. It's more a matter of have you been continuously employed over the previous 2 years.
Okay, so go ahead, Lisa.
Another thing to touch on is if you haven't been in that same line of work for 2 years, but you went to school for that type of employment, then you don't necessarily need the 2 years. So if you have recently gotten a degree or some type of training that you had to do prior to the new job or new position, as long as it's relative to the schooling that you went to, then that takes care of the time.
That's really good news for anyone who maybe is a recent graduate or is worried about jumping around on different job sites.
That's some really good information, and I welcome anybody who has any more questions regarding lending to send us a quick, email or give us a call, and we can definitely do another lending video and asking Colin and Lisa some more questions.
And if you guys want to reach out to them, we're going to have their contact information at the end of this video. So feel free to reach out to them. They're a great team and they're located in Hollister and Morgan Hill, but they work all around the area.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank you
guys.
so much,
Thank you.
guys. Appreciate it. And look out for our next video coming up soon. Thanks.